All right, let's get going here. And first of all, welcome everybody to My AI Live. Today's Monday, December 9th. My AI Live. We're getting together every Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific for the My AI training. We're showing you how to use the incredible AI, so powerful in writing our posts and giving us ideas and things like that. We're also giving you ways of building on social media, different ways of starting conversation, and really a little bit of mindset, a little bit of getting us out of our shell, trying some new and different things and stuff like that, and really building consistency. And I'll tell you, consistency is the key in everything. My wonderful health coaches like Deborah and Coach Mike and many of you like Danielle, and Danielle's in health and wellness, and so is Steve, and so many of you are. And the very first thing that you learn in that arena is that consistency is everything, right? And so it actually is everything in every area. It's the way we do our mindset work. It's the way we do our social media. It's the way we do our business. Consistency is king in all of it. So we want to make sure that we're consistent. That's why we do this 5 days a week. There's a lot of things out there that are just one day a week, and it's really hard to get consistent in something one day a week. And so Adrian Chenault and myself figured that out a long time ago, and we were just doing reach outs. We didn't even have all this incredible technology when all of us started this. But what we realized is when we got together and did it in community every single day or 5 days a week, we do take the weekends off. We found that our consistency made our businesses explode and really, really changed the trajectory of our life, our business, our relationships, and everything. And so that's why we do this every single day. Now, have a couple things I want to chat with you about today for posts. Now, usually on Monday, we do Mindset Monday, kind of a post around mindset or a post about our businesses, right? Because what happened on Monday? People got the alarm clock over the weekend, right? The alarm clock is back. It went off, and people are like, oh, I don't want to go to work. I didn't want to drive. I didn't want to be in traffic. Like there's a majority of people out there who don't have their own businesses, that are working for somebody else. And many of them are not happy in their jobs. They're not happy in their life. They're not happy with themselves. They've woken up to be like, how did I end up here? Right? Like this wasn't what they planned when they were young. Weren't the ideas that they came up with. And so we want to reach and have a conversation with those people, right? About our product, our business, the opportunity, about changing our lives. Some of you are doing just network marketing. That's perfectly great. Some of you are also coaching and doing other things on the side as well. So some of you run communities. I've seen some of your stuff and it's wonderful. Deborah's getting ready to launch classes and really do a lot of health stuff to help people, which I'm excited about all of the things that are happening for all of you guys in this community. So let's talk about ways to start that conversation in that direction. Okay. First of all, we're going to go over and I'm going to show you where you can find your replays here at the official corporate Nowsite group. The official corporate Nowsite group is where you're going to find your replay. You want to make sure that you are part of this group. Very important, because you're going to find out new offers, new sales, new specials, meetings that are going to be happening. And then, of course, you will always see our live here as well. So you see the live right here. And you can watch it live on Facebook, but it's always so much more fun to come over here and watch it because, then you get to interact and ask questions and stuff like that. So if you're brand new and you don't know who I am, you can find me here. My name is Elizabeth Larson. Whoops, I don't know what happened there. My name's Elizabeth Larson. I am a personal and business transformation coach, teacher, trainer, author, speaker, and a professional network marketer. I've been building online for a very long time. I started out on the stages of an essential oil company a long time ago, teaching social media, websites, how to put the whole thing together to accelerate your business online. And so I've been doing this for a very, very, very long time. And all of my posts here are made with my AI system. So you can come over here and see different posts. And if if you need an idea for a post, you can come over here and feel free to like clip out and make it my own on the Nowsite thing with any of mine. Feel free to do that. You're more than welcome to. Okay, so let's talk about the posts that I want to do. Now, first of all, when we come over here to the Nowsite system, we know there's three things we do each day. Okay. Now, Tom Chenault will tell us that the more consistent we are in this, the more habit we will build and become, right? So if we do this each day, we're going to post on social media, which is our message out to the world. We're going to comment on other people's posts because only a percentage of our followers and friends are going to see our posts ever. And it's all based on our algorithm and what Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube thinks that we want to see. So we have to become, we have to give such value that people want to see our content, which is what's going to help our algorithm, right? So we do that two ways. First of all, we send our message out to the world, and it's a valuable message. The second thing is we comment on other people's posts, so people are more interested in us, which will help them see our posts as well. And then we start one-to-one conversations. One-to-one conversations through Messenger, through WhatsApp, through Telegram, through text, any of those things ultimately to lead to a phone call, a FaceTime, a Zoom call, an offer to something. Now, here's the thing. How many invites do you do every week? Now, I really want you to think about this. How many invites are you doing each week? So every day a group of us gets together and we actually set up our goals of how many invites we're going to do, how many new people we're going to talk to, and how many follow-ups we're going to do that week. Like we get very specific in our numbers and we track. We're an accountability group together and we track, right? And one of the things that we found in doing this, Jay Michael, it's so good to see you. Hey, honey. One of the things that we found in doing this was as we set the intention of how many invites we were going to do that week, we actually focused on inviting. Now it's this crazy thing, I know. You're like, really? I know it sounds simple and silly. But I can't tell you how many people we teach to have conversations and they still never invite them into anything. And then it's like, well, my business isn't growing. Okay, how many invites did you do this last week? Well, I talked to a lot of people. And then all of a sudden the conversation gets a little squirrely. And it's like, all right, if we're not tracking and measuring what we're doing, we're going to have a very, very tough time knowing what's working and what's not. Okay. I taught a course a while back. It was a systems course, 10-day systems course on the 10 things you should be doing in your business every day. And it was all in a row of how each one, and you could actually look by evaluating these things to know where your hiccup was in your business so you knew what to fix, right? Well, it's funny because it doesn't matter how great of an onboarder you are. It doesn't it doesn't matter how great you are at doing team meetings, all these other things if you never invite anybody. Right? So the question I want you to think about today is, what are you inviting to? What are you inviting to? So out of each one of these posts and each one of these things that we're doing, the intention that I set, I'll just tell you my intention. You can do it a little different if you want, but for me, I make a post and my intention is to have conversations and then take it over to through those conversations, I'm going to show you this. Okay. Let's go over here. Through the conversations, come over here. Through the conversations, go and look at their profile. So let's see somebody, let me make okay. So so I'm going to go over as I'm having conversations back and forth on through the comments, I will go over to the person and see, is this somebody I would want to have a conversation with? Now, I'll tell you, Adrian really helped us learn a lot in this, because we can have conversations with everybody, but then you're ending up in so many conversations and they may not be the conversations you want to be in, right? So the thing of it is that you have to look and see, well, is this a person I would want to have a conversation with? Do they have, if they have this many links, probably, I mean, I could talk to them about Nowsite, right? If I saw something like this, remember, you don't have just one thing you're offering. Even if you're only doing a network marketing company, you also have your Nowsite to offer, because if you get your 3, you get yours free, right? You have other things, right? So if she has this many things, it's like, she may not be your perfect business builder, but this may be somebody who would want the Nowsite program, right? And she is actually part of our Nowsite community. Okay, let's go and look for another one. I'm gonna come over here to Mike. Let's see. Let me look at somebody else. La 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 la. Let me find. I got a whole bunch of work to catch up on. Okay, let's go back to Nicola. Okay, what a beautiful picture. I'm gonna notice that. Okay, so she's already in a business. Cool. That's fine. That means I'm not going to talk to her about my network marketing business if she's already in one. Okay. Studied at Health Coach Institute. Okay. From Toronto, Canada. Originally from Guyana. Okay. Fantastic. And I'm going to look at some of her posts. Okay. Now, probably not going to talk to her about my network marketing business because she's got all this already, but may talk to her about my Nowsite business, right? About my 3 and free. So if I look and see that it's somebody I would have, and here's the thing, here's my criteria for talking to somebody. It's not just the fact if they have a business or not. Look on their page and see if they have values that you can line up with. Because you start working with somebody whose values are completely different, and it can, right, Deborah? You're not going to be in a good mood. It's going to be tough, right? I want to find people that have the same values as me, the same kind of mindsets, the things where I believe that I could be a person of value to them and help them, not just sell them something. I can sell a lot of stuff, trust me. Whatever. I have no interest in doing that. I want to actually genuinely help people. So is it somebody I can help? Now, what are you going to invite them to? All right. As you're making your post today, I'm going to make a post on something that through a conversation came up, and I'm going to make this post today on this, right? And so my post is going to be for me. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make a post on, oh, please tell me, oh, you left. I hate it when you do that. Adrian, why? All right. That's okay. I set all these things up right before the meeting, and then it resets during the meeting. I don't know why. The thing always does its reset during my meeting, and I'm like, I just had all these laid out, but that's okay. The great thing is about the AI, it can do this. So, write me a post on how we become don't become what we want. We become what we decide what we will be. Okay. So for me today, one of the things that I wanted to talk about is how we become what we're going to decide to be, not on what we want. Somebody could want $1 million and they could sit on the couch all day eating potato chips, watching the Hallmark Channel. Mike's unmuted. That was awesome. I love your laugh, Mike. But see, it's true, right? We don't become what we want. We become the decision of what we will be, right? So that hit me hard today. So when thinking about an invite and thinking about what I want to talk about, I'm going to think about the things I can invite somebody to. Now, right now, I want you to decide what you want to invite somebody to. What is it that you want to invite somebody to? Do you build a community and you want to invite somebody to your community? Guess what? If you're having team meetings every week, you're building a community. Okay. And if you look at it as you're building a community, people who are doing health together, or doing business together, or doing this together, you'll flourish in that thought, right? But you can invite people to what we call a 1-minute miracle, which is a short video of our own testimony. We can invite them to a company video. We can invite them to a conversation. I rarely ever invite to a company video. I always invite to a conversation or to joining my community or to a class or something like that. I always invite to something. So the question is, number one, I want you to put down on your piece of paper, what are you going to invite people to today? What do you want to invite people to? Do you want to invite people to a conversation about your product? Do you want to invite people to a conversation about your business? Do you want to invite people to your community? Do you want to invite people to a class? What do you want to invite people to? Okay. Now there's two ways we can do this post, and I'm going to show you both ways of doing the post. Okay. So this one right here is write me a post on how we don't become what we want. We want, and I'm going to put a comma in there. We become what we decide what we will be. Okay. Now my intent, remember we set the intention of our post first. So number one, we set intention. The intention is I want to have conversations with people who are working jobs, who are working businesses, who are doing things that they're not happy with and want to see change in their lives. Okay. If you're in the health and wellness field, you could set the intention for that you want to talk to people who are not doing well in their weight. If you help people with their businesses through marketing or anything like that, you can set the intention that you want to help businesses that are struggling. Whatever it is, we set the intention first, right? Now, I'm going to and what am I going to invite to? For me, I'm going to invite to my community, right? That's how I build on everything. You may want to invite them to a video, but I'll tell you, I always like to have a conversation with somebody because for me, it works better. Now, a lot of people like to invite somebody to a video. Hey, you want to watch my video? And then they spend like the next 20 days chasing them down, asking them, did you watch the video? Did you watch the video? Did you watch the video? For me, a 15-minute phone call or a 15-minute FaceTime or Zoom is easier because then I can have them watch the video after that. Because then after that, I know if they're going to be a person who would watch it anyways. Right. And the follow-up's so much easier from there. So we don't become what we want. We become what we decide to be. It's in our decisions and actions that our true self shine through. Are you ready to choose the path and unleash your potential? Today is the day to decide. I like this. Now, if I'm going to use a post like this personally, I would not use a generic photo. I would use a selfie of me or a picture of something from an event. That's what I would do personally. Okay. Now, for some people, you're just not comfortable on camera yet. That's fine. You could use a generic photo. You could put some wording on it and stuff like that. Right now, I'm going to take this and just throw it over here on Facebook to hold it for a moment, just so I can. No, I'm not even going to use that photo. I'm just going to hold this over here. Okay. So I'm going to come back over to my Now site. Now, there's a couple of things I can do here, depending on the outcome I want for the post. Okay. Number one, I could tell more of my story and make it a little bit longer. You guys know how I like a lot of words. Okay, so I could come over here and I could say, rewrite this and include how my life changed when I made the decision to bet on me and go for my dreams. It was not easy. I had to overcome a lot. Okay, now I'm going to leave it there. And I'm going to say regenerate. Now it's going to be a little bit longer, right? We don't become what we want. We become what we decide to be. It's in our decisions and actions that our true selves shine through. I'm going to put some space here. I remember the moment I decided to bet on myself and chase my dreams. It wasn't an easy journey. I had to overcome so much. Yet through every challenge, I discovered strength I never knew I had. You can either live in your default life and continue to get and continue to have the same life, or you can, like me, make a decision to become who you have always dreamed you could be. The decision is yours. Okay. We don't become what we want, we become what we decide to be. In our decisions and actions, it's our decisions and actions that our true selves shine through. I remember the moment I decided to bet on myself and chase my dreams. It wasn't an easy journey. I had to overcome so much. Yet through every challenge, I discovered strength I never knew I had. You can either live in your default life and continue to have the same life, or you can, like me, I think they're supposed to be like me, make a decision. I don't think that one belongs there. Or you can, like me, make a decision to become who you've always dreamed you could be. The decision is yours. Are you ready to choose your path and unleash your potential? Today is the day to decide. Now, here's the thing at the end of this. At the end of this, this is a perfect place to put something, a call to action, an offer to something. What do you want to send people to? Do you want to send people to a conversation with you? Hey, if you're ready to make some changes, DM me. Let's jump on a Zoom and have a quick chat of how I can help you. You could make it an offer of, I would love for you to join my community. And if you have a Facebook group, this works perfect. Join my community and be surrounded with other people who are going after their dreams and get the support that you need, right? Maybe it's a class, maybe it's something else, but what do you want to invite somebody to? So for me, let's see, what do I want to do? Are you ready to choose your path and only today's the day to yours decide? I would love to invite you to join my community of amazing people who are going after their dreams. You will be surrounded by people who will support you in your vision of what you want to create in your life. Changing your life is hard alone. It is so much easier when you are around people who believe in you, support you, and want you to succeed. DM me if you ready in your life. Okay. I'm going to put more space in here. Whoop. To make it easier to digest. Changing your life is hard alone. It's so much easier when you're around people who believe in you, support you, and want you to succeed. DM me if you're ready to make some changes in your life. I would love to introduce you to my amazing community. Okay. All right, perfect. So I have this fantastic post now. Okay, what do I do from here? I'm not going to use this photo. Okay, this photo doesn't really resonate with the post or anything else. Now I can either change image and I could do an image search and I can find an image and put some writing on it. For me, I'm going to use a photo that I already have, right? Love. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit get started. I'm going to hit post. And when I hit post, I'm going to paste everything in here. And then I'm going to add a picture to my post, right? Now I got to go find a picture. And this is why a lot of times I use the photo I want to use. Hopefully I can find it. If it takes me a while, I'll finish this while we do our 5 minutes because I don't want to keep you guys here forever. But let's see. I changed computers, and so I think old computer.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I can only be here for about 2 more months. That's it, max.
Oh, 2 more months. I love it. All right. I'm just gonna throw some random photo up here, just kind of show you this, and then I'll go find my other photo before I actually post it. So goodness, I would think that it would be easier to find old computer screenshots, documents, photos, old computer. I have to have my business partner clean this up for me so I can actually find stuff on my new computer, which I'm really happy with my new computer. I desperately need it. My other one died. Finally. Poor thing. Of course, it had been through the ringer for years. All right. Well, you guys get it. So hit next and then we post, right? I'll go find the photo. I want to find the one of me with Eric Cory or me with Marina. Okay. So here's the thing. I'm going to give you your steps real quick, and this is what I really want you to think about each time you make your post, okay? Number one, you have to set the intention of what it is that you want the outcome of this post to be. Remember that. And for me, it's always conversations, okay? It's always conversations. Now, it's either conversations through the chat where I'm helping my algorithm, or it's just conversations that I'm trying to get over into Messenger. Okay, trying to get over to a Zoom or something, but set the intention of what it is you want out of that. And then the second thing is what are you going to invite to? What are you going to invite to? We do lots of different types of posts every day. We do inspirational posts where there's really no offer. We're just sending a message out there. We do tips sometimes. We show our lifestyle. We have fun. But on Mondays, what can you invite somebody to? What can you really, really invite somebody to? So I want you to think about that. Let's make our posts. I would love to see what you guys come up with today. All right. And again, if you don't have a group that you can invite to, if you don't have something, you should always have something you can invite to. Because even if you're simply building a network marketing company, your team is your community. And if you look at that team as a community, you have people to invite people into. So let's do this. We're going to take 5 minutes. We're going to do our posts real quick. And then I want to showcase posts. We'll do questions during this time also. And let's see what you guys come up with. Very, very excited to see what you are going to invite people to. Okay, Carol. Hi, honey.
I tried and struggled with this. I put my link in there and I ended up, evidently, it went in twice. The first time I was trying to put a short video in and I didn't think it was even coming up. So anyway, my iCloud's full, so I had to email myself some pictures that I wanted for this and going back and forth. There were just one problem after the other. I also wanted to put a sentence, a short phrase on top of the picture. Couldn't get that in. So if you could look at them for a second and help me maybe with one or two of those things.
Absolutely. And you know what I heard in all of that? You overcame and you overcame and you overcame.
Oh, it's over, well over 2 hours.
I'm proud of you. Like jazz hands, round of applause, because you didn't quit, right? How many people face a technology challenge and then they just quit? They're like, oh, it's too hard and stuff like that. Carol, you keep going. So I'm proud of you, first of all. Now, let's look at some stuff, okay? First of all, with putting words on a photo, I like to use the Nowsite system for that, okay? So if I'm going to put words on one of the photos, let's go over to yours real quick. So we have a couple things here. This right here is a photo right here. If she wanted to put wording on here, what I would do is come over here. I would come over to post on social media and I would do a caption and suggested image. Now, I know this is going to sound backwards, okay? But I do a caption and suggested image, whatever my post is going to be. Where are you, Carol? Where'd you go?
That's what I started with. Yep, I started in there. Yep.
Okay. So first of all, fantastic post here. Write me a post about Eric Cory, amazing network marketing pro event called Go Pro. I enjoyed it so much and I learned so much. Okay. So I'm going to hit generate.
I hit generate and then I hit regenerate and then I made it longer. I changed the humor. I did all these things. I still ended up.
And it's a beautiful post. And I do all this stuff all the time. I'll regenerate and then I'll do this and I'll do that. And for me, it's kind of like cooking. It's like I'm going to put a little bit of garlic, a little bit of salt, a little bit of this. I'm going to taste it, see what I like. I enjoy it. I have so much fun with this, but here's everybody what she can do. Now, she wants to use her own photo. And you're going to say, Elizabeth, that's a caption, a suggested image. That's not her photo. What she's going to do next is she's going to change the image and she's going to come over here to my images. She's going to upload her image, whatever image it is, and she'll put her image on here, right? And then she'll add the text to the image and say, you become what you become what you decide. Okay, now I'm going to change the font to Railway because that's the one I like. I'm going to make it bigger. I'm going to put this. And then let's do something a little funky. There we go. Okay, so I put some wording on there. I'd hit add, and then I would post, right? So that's how I would put the words on there without using something like Canva or anything else. I would do it through the Nowsite systems. So that's number one. The second thing you were talking about was you had two things.
It's the
This
same
is the
post.
photo, and this is the video. Okay. So anytime we post, let me get back over to my post where I was trying to find my video or my photo. Anytime we click and we click on multiple things, let's do this and let's do this. I can sometimes end up with two things. If I see two things, that's what's going to go on to the screen. If I don't want both of them, I can come back here to add photos and video, not add photos and videos, edit photo, edit all. And I can click one of these off and hit done. And then I will have only one. Did you get that, Carol? Did you get that, Carol?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. So there's the second one. All right. Now,
Not in Facebook where you can also put the words on, because I was there and it said text and alternate text, and I was trying to put it in, but then I didn't know where.
I don't ever use anything like that. I always just use the Nowsite system.
All right.
Because then I get it placed the way I want. I get the font I want. It's easy. I get exactly what I want. I can change if it's not popping enough on the picture, I can make the picture darker or lighter so the font shows up more. I just use the Nowsite system. I find that the easiest way to do that. Now you can very easily do that on your videos and stuff like that when you're making reels. For photos, I use the Nowsite system. All right. Did that cover all your questions, Carol?
Just one other, I guess I was trying to crop, the picture didn't come up right. I couldn't see it when it initially was on there. So I just left it, the first one with the black on the sides even. But I didn't know, is there a way to crop it once it's in Facebook or crop that out?
Okay, so when you have a bigger photo, when you are doing portrait instead of landscape on Facebook, this is what it will look out more because it's more tall than wide instead of square. If it's square, it will show up pretty much right. So what you would do is you would again go back over to your Nowsite system. And when you put your image in, my images, and
Okay, yeah.
you can add your text here. That's where you will actually bring down and crop your photo. So whatever you're going to crop, you'll make a smaller photo and you'll do that. And that's where you will crop it. Okay. Simple tasks. You're learning. You're doing great. All right. Paul.
Good to be here. Just wanted to let Daniel know happy birthday.
Yay! Look at you got your own banner now. You should take a screenshot of that, Daniel. Look at that. You get your own banner.
That's so
Yay!
cool. Thank
See
you.
the lower left
But how do I, hang on, how do I do, because it's up
on
in
the wooden sign?
Oh, there we go. Okay. Hang on. Now site rocks. I love it. That's so cool. Thank you, Paul.
You're awesome, Paul. Okay, so a couple quick things I want to cover super quick. Best way to invite people to the Nowsite community. Eldon asked this. Personally, for me, I would invite them to join me, not invite them to go to a meeting, invite them to join me. Hey, I do this meeting every day and it's transforming my business. Why don't you just come with me? It's free and you can come with me to the meeting and I'll chat with you afterwards. That's how I invite. Why? Because for me, everything's in community, everything's in relationship. I don't tell somebody to do something I don't want, that I'm not going to do, right? So I'm going to do this. I want you to come do this with me. They don't feel alone. They don't feel like I'm going to show up some meeting. What is this? And I don't even know what it is. They know, hey, you and I are going to be on this together. And then we'll chat afterwards and see what you thought. You know, if you like it too. And then when you chat afterwards, give them your affiliate link and say, hey, I know you love this training. If you want to start using the system too, feel free to click here. And if they're not ready to do it yet, that's fine. Tell them that's fine. Come to the training tomorrow. You'll learn a lot about social media anyways. I don't care who you bring everybody. Bring everybody. Why? Because eventually they're going to use your link and they're going to get the system, right? If they see it enough times, they're going to be like, I'd be crazy not to be using this, right? So that's the way I would invite. All right. I have a hard stop. I got to get going. So I love you all tomorrow. We'll be back at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific for my AI Live. And again, bring your questions, what you need. If you have a certain type of business like Danielle, you know, last week, it was like, well, how do I talk about some of these things? Bring your question. We'll do you as a demo. We'll have fun. And here's the thing, you're a part of a supportive community that really wants to see you succeed. So just keep plugging in. We'll help you get there. And just remember, it's a process to change your life, right? But you can do it. You can change your life. You can have the business you want. But step one is you have to decide. And step two is you have to keep making the decision that that was your decision every single day and not give up. And if you do those two things, we'll help you the rest of the way. So we'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific for my AI Live. Thanks so much, everybody, for being here. Please feel free to unmute as you go. I would love to hear you say bye and love you all. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.
Y'all
Have a
have
good
a
one.
flaming,
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Have a
flaming
wonderful
cup of
day.
coffee on me today.
Coffee. Bye,
That's
everyone. Love
beautiful.
y'all.
Bye.
Beautiful.